Okay, so what I do, well, first let me give you some tips about, because back in the beginning I didn't blitz. So what did I do? Tack boards. Every Panera Bread has a tack board. Every laundromat has a tack board. Some community markets have a tack board. Double-sided tape on the back of bathroom stalls.
Jeez.
On DVD rentals, pop machines, gas pumps. I stuck them anywhere I could stick them. Countertops, I would leave them there anywhere that I could where I didn't have to talk to people. Grocery carts.
But you know what I like about that, Ange, is that I always say baby steps. Everybody's different. And I'm not expecting somebody who's so shy and has anxiety attacks from talking to people. I'm not expecting you to be a magic, amazing blitzer right now, but those are baby steps. You weren't blitzing people, but you still were handing out numerous cards every day by doing those things.
Yep.
They're still getting out there.
And I had random people go to my website and order. So they worked.
Yep.
I would put them in grocery carts, magazines, wherever I could leave them without talking to people, I would leave them. Now though, I blitz pretty much everybody that I come in contact with, and I try to just keep it subtle. I'm not like, I'm a creepy blitzer because I'll plop in a plaza and I will go in every store. It doesn't matter.
I'm okay with that now, like what you do.
I'll go in a ice cream shop and I'll go into a bike store, or I'll go into a flyer shop, anywhere. I'll go into any one of them, Chipotle. And basically what I say is, I'm bringing a new product to the area. Would it be okay if I leave a couple coupons for you and the employees that work here? And in hopes that she says, well, sure, what is it? And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're busy, they can't even talk. But that's how I opened up Youngstown. We were there.
Yep.
We went to a Wendy's and we blitzed a couple girls in Wendy's. And I mean, that's like a 3.5 hour drive for us. And when I went out there to wrap this girl, I said, I'm not going to just come out here to wrap her. I'm going to work the area. And that's what I did. We, were you with me when we signed that salon?
Yes.
We signed that salon out there.
And about that is that we went inside there, but we went to the restaurant right next door to there.
Yeah.
And one lady
asked
about the shirts.
Yeah.
She said, what is that? Everyone came around the table.
We had cooks coming out of the kitchen, asking what this was.
This is crazy.
So shirts are huge, no doubt. You got to wear a shirt. But I go in every place and I leave coupons for everybody. And not when I have somebody that's interested, now what I do is I get their Facebook. I say, what's your name on Facebook? What's your profile picture look like? Because there could be a million Joe Smiths, so I want to know that I'm adding the right person, and I connect with that person on Facebook. And I say, thanks for the ad. I can't wait to connect with you, get to know you. If you have any questions, let me know. Look at my pictures. There's tons of before and afters on there. And I just developed the relationship. I like their posts. I comment on their posts. I continue to grow and grow and grow with that person. And when it is their time, they're going to come back to me.
You know what I took from that too, when you started doing that? One of the things I'm afraid of is Facebook jail. I've mentioned it a couple of times. One of the things I like to do is I'll say, do you have your phone on you? And they'll go, yeah. Who doesn't? Everyone has their phone on them now. Are you on Facebook? Yeah. Everybody wants more friends. Why don't you do me a favor? Look up my name right now. Why don't you request me as a friend? I'll accept you. And that way you can start looking at my posts and looking at the pictures I've got in there. And if you're ever interested, you can ask me. I don't want to be one of those pushy salespeople who's bugging you. You'll have access to me if you want me, and if not, then that's cool too. But at least you can, if you ever want anything, you can always just message me, or if you want to throw a party. So I kind of leave the ball all in their court.
Yeah.
And I think also when I do that, it's kind of cool because they're thinking, if I ever did this, because I do believe, like Pam Sauter says, everyone is a distributor until you ruin them.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good way to kind of let people know, okay, I don't have to be a pushy salesperson.
Right.
Somebody can contact me. I'm not going to be bugging them. And I don't like that feeling. I'm just like everybody else out there. I don't want to feel like I'm bugging somebody. So for me, that's a really good way to do it. And ever since I've been doing that, I can't believe how many people I've added to my Facebook, but I also cannot believe how many people are inquiring.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They message you and just say, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
So Facebook is huge. If you're not on it, get on it. I started mine when I first got into business, and it's grown tremendously. So,
Yeah.
what else?
Blitzing.
One thing I do on my Blitz card.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah,
This is really good.
a couple things I put on my Blitz card: my name, my email, my phone number. I also put find me on Facebook. And then at the bottom, I have now hiring, and I have actually a pre-recorded prospecting call on there. So just by nature, people are nosy.
They're gonna call and
They're
listen
gonna
to the
call
number.
and listen to it. So I put on there. Should I give them the number?
Yeah, give them the number, and that way you can use this one, or if there's another prospecting call that you'd rather put on there, do that one. But this is a really good one, and it's the one I put on the bottom of mine too. And I like it because, like she said, people are nosy, and I know if I found a card that said now hiring, you know how many people are looking for jobs?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Everyone
And if
I
they're
know
not
that's
right
not in
now-
it works, they're looking.
Well, and if they're not right now, they will be.
Yeah.
So, and they'll remember that card that says now hiring. So, the number I put on there is 559-546-1799, 654-138 #, and then 214 #.
Yeah, I think it's just so genius to do that because it lets them know not only is this something, a product that you can try, but this is an opportunity too. And, you know, the Blitz card just has the wrap, so sometimes I don't think people know, oh, I can do this. I've had people actually say that to me, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
Now, I know that a lot of people have some issues with blitzing as far as, what do you say? You know, like, how do you blitz?
And all my blitzes are kind of different, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've never really, I mean, they're all, I don't know, I don't ever do the same blitz pretty much. I mean, it's similar in the way that I say it, but it's always kind of like,
Whatever feels comfortable.
yeah. So, like here, it's easy.
I
We're in
have
a
some
new area.
cards.
I
I thought I had one right here. Oh. Well, you know, one of the things I wanted to say, and I'm going to find a card because I want to show them something. Actually, Angie, keep talking. I'll be
Okay.
right back. But one of the things I do want to say is that I think a lot of people are scared that they're going to get asked things that they don't know. Like what's in it, how does it work exactly, that kind of thing.
Well, and I was kind of nervous about that too, but for me, I just use the card. I use a tool. I use the box with the ingredient list. So if somebody says, well, what's in it? I say, well, here, take a look. They don't really care. It's just a stall. I mean, it's.
They don't care. It's just like anything you say. When you hear something really weird, your next obvious thing is, well,
when
how
you
does
hear
that
something
work?
too good to be true, because it really
Yeah.
is. I mean, and they just want to know, really, how is this working? And
Well, I blitz pretty much the same way all the time. So I'm going to show them how I blitz because I really do.
Okay.
Once they ask me, I'll hand them the card. But now that I've gotten people to really ask me because of my green purse and the nails, but when I just want to blitz somebody, like I'm at the grocery store, the lady that cashes me out, I will say, have you ever heard of this before? And I put it just like that, this side up with the before and after picture. And I always say, have you ever heard of this before with my hand extended? Now, a lot of people say, can I give you a coupon with the hand extended? Either one works. I like, have you ever heard of this before? Because it makes them look. If you say, here's a coupon, they can go, oh, thanks, and walk away and not even pay attention to you. But if I say, have you heard of it before, they must look. You have to look to say yes or no.
yes or no.
So you're going to go, no, I don't say I have. What is it? Because that's the thing they ask next. They don't ever say no and walk away. They always say, no, what is it? That's when I say, well, this is what it is. It looks like this right here. And basically, these are all the places that you can put it. And that's what it does in 45 minutes. That's typically what it can do in 45 minutes. And they kind of just go,
really?
and I go, I know. I honestly did not believe it either. I know exactly what you're thinking right now. Hold on a minute. Let me show you a picture of my mom. And then I pull my phone out and I pick out one of my favorite pictures and I say, oh, this is a lady I just did yesterday at a party. Because this is good. I get that, fine, it gives them a gist. But when you can say, I did this, I saw it happen.
Yeah.
Because this to them is a doctored picture. Who knows what happened?
I always show my sister or my mom, my family.
Yeah. When you can say, I did this yesterday at a party, or this is my best friend Angie, or it doesn't matter. That's when the first look is,
yeah.
The second look after they see the real picture on my phone is,
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up a lot, right?
Yeah.
Shut up all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know. I didn't believe it either. It's crazy. It really works. And guess what? It stays that way. And they're like, what? How can I try it? And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so easy. See right here, there's 2 coupons. If you want to try it, actually, I can take you in the bathroom right now and I can put it on you right now. I always offer right there.
Yeah.
Somebody put on my Facebook the other day, they said, how do you always get people rapping on the spot? And I said, well, have you ever asked?
You ask.
They're like, no, I never said it.
And you got to make sure you tell people, look, it only takes me like 2 to 3 minutes to put it on. Well,
that's what I say. They'll always say, you can do that. And I'll say, yeah, you're going to have to lift your shirt to right here. No one will even know you have it on here. It's not messy. Like, it takes
It'll take me 3 minutes to put it on.
If you can give me a minute, then I can take you in the bathroom.
And you can work in it.
I take him in the bathroom. I take a front and side picture. I slap the wrap on him. And then I'll say, okay, go about your business. And I'm going to go, have a cup of coffee over here. And I'll be back in 45 minutes. So I keep it super simple. And you wouldn't believe how many people say, okay, about wrapping right now.
You have to ask.
So then I'll always say, I can do it right now if you want. And then I'll say, or if you see that free coupon, a lot of people like to go the free route. All you got to do is call me. My number's right here. My website's right there. Shoot me a call. I can come over and do an appointment for you. It takes about an hour. If you want to have some friends at the appointment, your wrap will be I'll give them the discount of 25, and your wrap will be free. And they're like, all right. And what I do try to do is I always say this. I'll always say, actually, really weirdly, I just had a cancellation tomorrow night at 7:30. Do you want it? I always say that. Whether it's 2 days, I'll think of the next date I have available and say I had a cancellation. And sometimes, because it's on the spot, they'll go, okay, sure, I'll take it. Oh, well, I know it's kind of last minute, but if you can get some people there, it takes about an hour, I'll give you a free one, if you get 4 or 5 people. So it's just about...
I was going to say, definitely set up the appointment right then.
Yeah.
Don't wait and say, okay, I'll call you later, we'll set up a day. Pull your book out, or Shelly Hyde does a date schedule where she just has a piece of paper with the month.
And she'll say, what day do you want?
Yeah,
she'll have
she's
them
got
write
her
it
open
in.
days that she can do parties or appointments, and she'll say, what day do you want?
Good.
So set it right then.
Yeah, pull your calendar out and try to get it, book it.
Yeah.
Say, well, I don't know how you feel about next Tuesday at 2, or would you rather have day or night? I do have a couple openings left this month. Always say, and give them choices. That's the other thing I learned.
2 choices.
2 choices. Okay, well, hey, you said you wanted to try it. Do you want Thursday night at 7:30 or Saturday at 2? I mean, something different so that they can pick one, because people will never say no. They always will pick one of the choices.
Yeah.
If the choice is no or this date, then it may be no.
Yeah.
But if it's this date or this date and no wasn't even in the equation, then they usually pick one of those dates. So that's the way I do it, and I do it pretty much the same every time. I don't really veer from it at all. Now, if somebody says to me, well, what exactly is in it? And I'll say, well, it's a bunch of natural plants. I'm not a doctor or a naturalist, so I couldn't really tell you. But what I can do is show you the ingredient list. And I pull the box, an empty box that I keep in my purse. I pull it out of my purse and I'll say, they're right here. And you know what? Every time they've done that, they'll take the box, they go like this, and they go, here you go. So how do I try it?
Yeah.
They didn't look at it.
They don't really look at it.
No.
They look at the first 2 ingredients and they hand it back to you.
They didn't look at it.
Yeah.
And then the other thing they may ask you is, so how does it work? And I say, well, it works great, because the first time I used it, this is what happened. Or I'll pull out a picture, or I'll say, I couldn't believe my stretch marks. When do you want to try it?
And I always say, I don't really know. I just know that when I put it on, I lost 3 3/4 inches.
Or I'll say, I have no idea, but what I can tell you is it's safe, it's natural. Anyone can wrap unless you're allergic to a plant. You allergic to a plant? That's the one I say a lot. And they start giggling, just like she did. Yeah. So, yeah, I just rub it off. And if they really want to know, if they're green and they're like, I need to know right now, then I just basically say, you know what, give me your email. I'll send you over the ingredient list, the full list, and I send them over. In Living the Dream Team, Nathan has his explanation of how the wrap works. I kind of send him over that or something, but that's just kind of how I do it. So I keep it simple, and I just make sure I blitz everyone, and I try to hand out about 20 a day.
Well, I don't do it much different. I mean, it's always kind of similar, but it's different in the way that I approach people. Sometimes I'll ask certain questions to spark up a conversation. Oh, by the way, can I give you a coupon for my business? And here it's going to be easy because we're brand new to the area, so I'm going to be like, hey, I'm introducing a new product into the area. Can I give you a coupon?